rockandroll.com. They said I can never do it, I will never stand up, I never survive it, but I don't care what they say, I'ma do it my own way. And if these people can't handle the way I do me, I won't have to answer, I'll finally be free. They say I should do how they say, but I'ma do it my way.
Do I have this right? You wanna stop me, but I can't fly away, so you can have me.
Alright, it's your boy Brickhouse from epwe Underground. The last show that we have done, epwe to fight against breast cancer, huge fundraiser for raising to help find a cure for this deadly disease. Breast cancer isn't the only type of cancer that we were looking towards with this. We were looking to help many people with many different types of cancer. There were a lot of us. Draven Blaze said something in the ring with what his job is outside of wrestling, and the one thing that he does is going around, he picks up cancer patients, takes them to their chemo treatments. Draven sees firsthand every day the type of damage that cancer can do to a person, not just when they undergo it, but when they're undergoing the treatments as well. It's not exactly something that you want to see or witness firsthand. Myself lost a stepfather to stomach cancer. My sister had lymphoma, which is another type of cancer. She was able to beat it, but it was a hard fought battle, and she had a lot of support. Mainly, I'm gonna put this out there, my other sister Shalimar, or as we call her, Shelly, she was the one that stayed by my sister Carol's side through no matter what, helped her with everything that she needed. It was something that a lot of us, I know me, Eric Hiller, Draven Blaze, Dan Ram, a few others in the company, we have all witnessed this, and we were all willing to do whatever it took to help bring this. Big shout out to the guys for doing it. All the t-shirts that were made, we sold all but 4 of them. Some of the money that came in with the ticket sales was going towards the fundraiser as well. Sorry. Every time I talk about this, I'm not gonna lie, I get a little bit choked up. But it was for a good cause, and I believe we done it. And just great how everybody came together as a team and done it. Now on to the event. Power Circle came out and started the show. As they were coming out to the ring and Luca Brasi was about to enter, Dan Ram stopped him. And Dan Ram turned around, pointed at myself to get up on the apron and hold the ropes for Power Circle to enter. It's the boss. He points a finger, they tell you to do something, don't ask questions, just do it. Otherwise, Jimmy Conway 2 months ago had threatened my job, said if I didn't move faster, he was going to fire me. So, they call the shots, I do it. For now. They came out, ran their mouths, and I'm sorry, when you're as talented and you're as good as these guys, and with everybody that they have backing them right now, you can run your mouth as much as you want. To be honest, who's going to stop you? They came out, then Draven Blaze, Eric Hiller, and Junior Soba came out. A match was set for the main event that night, where it was going to be the Power Circle and the United States Champion Steve Off versus Soba, Blaze, and Matthews. I'm sorry, I called you Hiller before. Sorry, Pretty Boy's gone, and now you're the real Eric Matthews. My apologies. After that, Power Circle had promised something, and later they came through huge that night. The first thing we had seen was that caught me off guard. Ricky Martinez came out with the heavyweight title. Bride calling himself the heavyweight champion. Son, you haven't done anything to sit back and call yourself a champion right now. Alright, so you put Chad out with a concussion. Big whoop. Chad wasn't able to make it to the show. But you're going to run around with the heavyweight title right now calling yourself a champion. That's not a champion. If that's the way that you want to win the title, you're a paper champion. you're the most fakest champion there is. Sorry for you. You came out with your new manager, Elliot, and like I said, Power Circle delivered. They gave you somebody the face, and it was the icon of the independent circuit, Mongoose. I've been watching that guy since I was like 13 years old. I'm 29 right now, so the dude's been on circuit for a long time. He gave you a run for your money, and he actually almost had you. But you came out on top. Dirty win, but you still got the win, and a win's a win in a book. I understand that. Fine dandy. You took the belt again and acted like you were something that you're not. When Chad comes back in November, I pity you. You put him out with a concussion. All fine and dandy. Chad's gonna get you, Ricky. Mark my words. You're done. We had seen Alex Anthony come back. He faced a newcomer, Samuel Adams. Great match. Alex Anthony took him. And then that's when the big surprise came. Power Circle said they had signed somebody, and it was to take care of Alex Anthony. Ricky Reyes came out to the ring. I personally have never seen Ricky Reyes in the independent circuit before. I haven't been around the independent circuit that long. But Ricky Reyes came out and showed that there's a difference between wrestling, there's a difference between fighting, and then there's a difference when you can mix everything together. And that's exactly what Ricky Reyes does. He's not just a wrestler, he's a fighter. And by any means necessary, he's going to do what he has to. And Ricky Reyes, although Alex Anthony was already pretty much beaten up from his match with Samuel Adams, Ricky Reyes finished him and destroyed him. Plain and simple. Ricky Reyes got the win for that match. Another match that I do recall, about 4 months ago was the last time that we had seen Sebastian Cruz at the EPWE Underground. We had a newcomer come in, and his name was Kai Kutana. Now, when the Underground had promised about bringing in newcomers and stuff, they had posted a photo of this guy on Facebook, and it was in a robe and a mask. Alright, I have never heard of Kai Kutana before, but when he came out, he disrobed and took that mask off. For an Asian dude, that dude is ripped. Alright, now, normally, you watch movies or whatever, most Asian dudes you see are these little linky dudes. Not Kai. Kai is ripped to the core, big. If you could picture Bo, which in the movie Bloodsport, he plays Chun-Li. Picture that, but more chiseled, then you got Kai Kutana. But, he came out to the ring, and all of a sudden, as I'm getting his robe and mask to take to the back, a familiar song comes over the radio. Not the radio, but the loudspeakers. Weezy Yandel, Tu Vivas and Me, and Sebastian Cruz came back to the Underground for that night. And he put on a great display. But Kai Kutana, he can wrestle, but he takes it to the next level. There's more, instead of him wrestling, it's more of poetry in motion or the flow of water. This guy can define gravity, makes his move as though he's walking on water, like he's Jesus himself. The guy's great with what I had seen, moonsaults, flips, kicks, you name it, Kai had it. But at the end of the match, it was Kai over Sebastian Cruz. We had seen the debut of, we had seen Got Talent before. They were in, they had lost to SPF the last time they were there. And they came back now, and there's a new tag team. Oh, I'm sorry, no, they didn't face them. Well, anyway, a new tag team came in called the House Party. I've never seen these guys before either, but kind of remind me of Crime Time, but with a better flow to them. Like, they're not out trying to steal from the crowd. They're out to hype it up and get it done. And that's like what they did. These guys were great in the ring. Got Talent, as I was saying before, They faced off against Justin Furious and Chris Envy. That was a great match to run through. I didn't think that Envy and Furious were going to pull it off again, but they did. However, something that caught me off guard, when Furious and Envy teamed up before, they worked great as a tag team, and at the end they both showed mutual respect towards each other. Furious, I'm not trying to call you out with what I'm about to say, but how you basically spit in other guys' faces after the match and walked out the ring. At least Envy was man enough to stand there and shake their hands. Like, they gave him a hard-fought battle, and that was that. And, like, for real, there was no reason that you had to come out and do what you did. But, like I said, it was Furious and Envy over Got Talent. Before intermission, another match that had taken place was Danny Rage and Sean Hayes. It just was a nice back and forth match. Sean Hayes with the win via sleeper hold, knocked out Danny Rage in the ring. SPF came out as we were about to call intermission and came out and started running their mouths. We had seen the debut of Adrenaline Express. They came out, talked to the crowd and everything, and said about the one thing that's special about the EPWE Tag Team Championships is that they would look great around the waist of Adrenaline Express. SPF didn't like that so much and took out Adrenaline Express right there, beat him down, and hightailed it. We go to intermission. I'm standing there talking with some of the people from the audience, me and Eric, and all of a sudden we're noticing like a huge thing going on in the crowd. Turn around, Danny Rage came out and beat down Sean Hayes during intermission. I run over some of the refs, help break it up. Trying to get Danny Rage out the door. Unfortunately, what nobody realizes about that guy, he doesn't look it in the ring, but that dude is very strong. I go about 230 pounds, and that dude was able to pick me up, throw me like a rag doll to come back at Sean Hayes again. Finally, we were able to get him out, down the stairs, and throw him out the building for what he had done. At the next coming show, Sean Hayes gets another crack at him. And frankly, after the way that you did what you did, Rage, yeah, Hayes, have eyes in the back of your head, man. Alright, main event match. I'll go into that. It was 3-on-3. SPF and Steve Off versus Soba, Blaze, and Eric Matthews. Sorry. I didn't want to call you the wrong name, man. That match was great. All back and forth action through and through. Dan Ram tried to interfere. Me and the others were trying to get him off the apron. He wouldn't listen. Didn't care to listen. And then when he turned back around, got the super kick from Eric Matthews and, yeah, knocked him out, took him out the ring. And then Eric Matthews and Draven Blaze and Junior Sobo were actually able to walk away with the win. But that's when all hell broke loose. Excuse my language. Everybody emptied out that locker room, and just a big war broke out at the end of the show. Nobody knew which way to go. Then we seen Power Circle along Ricky Reyes and Steve Off hop in the elevator and hightail it out of there. Yeah, way to go, guys. You couldn't go back downstairs because the guys had everything blocked off. Standing in the ring afterwards, you know, you had Soba, Blaze, Matthews, Adrenaline Express, Alex Anthony, and you guys still decided to take off down the elevator. Way to go. After the match, everything had calmed down. Eric Matthews dedicated the win to his mom, whose mom's also, she's fighting cancer right now as well, Linda Hiller. Eric Matthews had lost his father to the fight to cancer. I had the privilege of meeting Eric Matthews' father on multiple occasions, and the man through and through was one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. So, Eric, Linda, my condolences to your family. On to the next show. This November 24th at the West End Youth Center. Doors open up at 6:30, bell time 7 o'clock. Tickets $10. November 24th, EPWE Underground presents No Exceptions Civil War. The battle lines have been drawn now. The only matches that have been announced so far. For the first time ever in EPWE history, they're going to have Ricky Reyes defend his NWA Iron Man Championship against Kai Kutana. That's another organization's title being defended in the Underground. Second match, they did give Sean Hayes and Danny Rage another match. What kind of match it's going to turn out to be, I have no idea. I don't know if it's going to be no DQs, what. Frankly, I think after the way that Danny Rage had attacked Sean Hayes, that's the way it should go. And the third match that was announced, it's going to be a 5-on-5 match where it's going to be Team Underground versus Team Power Circle. They haven't announced who's on what team yet. I'm sorry I can't bring that to you right now, but I'm pretty sure when it does come, get ready. It's going to be an all-out war. That's why it's called No Exceptions Civil War. The way the last show ended was, yeah, there's not really much you could say to that. Like, even security, we had no idea what to do. There was just so much going on that we didn't know who's who, what's what, and that's how bad. So I can imagine when the war breaks out this November 24th, you'll want to be there, and I promise you, there's going to be one thing that you don't want to miss. Thank you.